I covered new bikes, consoles, and clothes for my brother's kids before Christmas. My son unwrapped a single pen and Dad shrugged. Money was tight. When my son asked, was I not good enough? I gathered every box with my name on the receipt, texted, gifts reclaimed, to the family group chat. And by evening my brother was outside my apartment losing his mind. You know that moment when something just snaps inside you? When years of quiet resentment, of being the good one, finally boil over because of a single devastating question from your child. For me, that moment came on Christmas morning when I watched my son open a cheap plastic pen, while his cousins ripped open thousands of dollars worth of gifts that I had paid for. Then he looked at me with tears in his eyes and whispered, "Dad, was I not good enough?" That was the breaking point. My name is Ryan Foster. I'm 32 years old, and for most of my life I've been the quiet one, the dependable one, the brother who always showed up. Kevin, my older brother by 4 years, he was always the golden child. The football star. The one who got the brand new car at 16, while I inherited Dad's rusted pickup at 19. He could do no wrong even when he dropped out of college twice and moved back home, always with a new excuse ready. I learned early on what my role in the family was. Be present, be useful, and for God's sake, don't complain. Don't ever ask why Kevin's mistakes were always forgiven, while mine were picked apart at every Sunday dinner. When Kevin had his first child, Madison, our parents threw a baby shower that probably cost more than my entire college graduation party. For his second, Tyler, Dad built a treehouse in the backyard. When Sophie, the third, came along, Mom redecorated an entire guest room into a custom nursery. I watched it all happen, accepting it silently like I always had. I told myself it didn't bother me. I told myself that being family meant showing up, even when no one really noticed you were there. But then 7 years ago my son Ethan was born. And the excitement? It was gone. Mom sent a card. Dad called once. Kevin never even visited the hospital. No baby shower. No treehouse. No custom nursery. Just a quiet acknowledgement that another foster had arrived, but certainly not one worth celebrating the way Kevin's kids had been. Ethan grew up knowing his cousins were special. He saw the way Grandma's face lit up when Madison walked into the room. He noticed how Grandpa always had $20 bills tucked into Tyler's jacket pocket. He felt the difference every time we visited, every time the family gathered, every time Sophie got a brand new toy while Ethan sat quietly on the couch with his old, scratched-up tablet. I told myself it was okay. I told myself Ethan didn't notice. I told myself I was being sensitive, reading too much into normal family dynamics. But deep down I knew the truth. I had always known. I was the backup son, the insurance policy, the one they called when Kevin needed a loan, or Dad's car broke down, or Mom needed a ride to a doctor's appointment across town. Dependable, yes, but never truly loved the way Kevin was loved. This year, as Thanksgiving rolled around, Kevin called me out of the blue. We hadn't spoken in 3 months. He sounded stressed, frantic, practically panicking. "Ryan," he said, "I need a favor. I should have known better. I should have recognized the tone, the setup, that familiar pattern of taking without offering. But I'm my father's son, which means I said yes before I even heard the request." Kevin explained he'd overextended himself